Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for the full moon in Libra 2020. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today. If this is your first time to the channel, a big welcome to you, as well as to my new and returning subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are all doing well, taking good care of yourself and each other right now. This is a stressful time for so many people, and I feel like a big way that we can stay in touch with each other is always through any kind of online outlet that we have. So it's always great to see people come back and comment or interact with each other as well in the chat. So first, a few quick notes as always before I get started with any reading that I do, that this is a general reading. It won't resonate with every single Virgo out there. So if the messages make sense to you and they feel right, those are definitely meant for you. If they don't, either pass them on along to another Virgo or check this reading back in a few days or a week or so. It might make more sense then. Sometimes they work like that. This will mostly correspond to Virgo Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign. And all Virgo cross watchers, those watching for a Virgo, are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like to make a donation to the channel, or you're interested in any of the card decks that I use during my readings, I put the description links to all of those in the box below. So just first a few quick notes about the Libra full moon. As it goes in order. Our last full moon was in the sign of Virgo. That would have been last month around the same time. So we've gone through this energy coming up to, the culmination of that Virgo full moon cycle, and we're about to start the Libra full moon cycle. So, interestingly enough, that Virgo full moon, it really coincided with bringing in, so many messages about, being aware of this virus, being aware of the need for, better habits, better routines, more health, more healing, shining a light on healthcare and all that kind of stuff. That's really been pretty amazing because Virgo, you are the sign of health and healing and service to humanity, as well as our routines and habits. So we definitely had that coming up. But this Libra full moon, it's all about our relationships, whether they're romantic or not. This really just includes all one-on-one relationships. Libra is the scales. So it is about balance. It is about justice, harmony, fairness, things being, set back in order. So I definitely feel that this Libra full moon is going to be bringing us a lot of, need for harmony, balance, anywhere in our own life. For you, Virgo, that full moon in Libra is lighting up your universal second house of Taurus. So this will absolutely be shining a light on your resources, material possessions and goods, and the things that matter to you most. So your value system and the things that you really, really do treasure and value will be highlighted as well. And that may, of course, by, proxy extend out to the relationships and the connections that you value the most, because it is so much about our relationships. So I've already blessed and cleared the cards. So I'm going to do a past, present, future layout with the Moonology deck, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and some tarot, so that we can get some messages about the past, present energy, and future of this full moon. Okay, Virgo, so in your immediate past, we do have take time to breathe out. So yeah, this has been, a lot of energy for Virgos. A lot of Virgo people or people with Virgo influence in their charts, are often in the medical field or in service, work of all kinds. So this has been a very challenging time for everybody in that kind of work. And so this is really saying, make sure that you take some time out, because as we cross from this last full moon cycle, which was in your sign, into the time of the Libra full moon, yeah, it's a time for a breath out, because it's just like, you've got to give yourself a little bit of a break, Virgo, especially if you've been working really hard throughout this time. And going into, on top of that, we have the path, which is the waxing crescent. So this is a building energy there on top of that. And that's a big reason why this is saying it's time to take that breath out, because Virgo, as you well know, there is more coming. The path continues. The energy is building. You're ready to go up the ladder to the next level. So absolutely, you are preparing for that. So right now in the present energy of the Libra full moon, we have the full moon in Gemini coming through. The answers that you need are coming. And I really like this because Venus is in Gemini right now. Libra is ruled by Venus, and so there is definitely a connection between, you know, our full moon right now and where the placement of Venus is. So if this does pertain to you about relationships, because this is general, the answers you need are coming. It's time for better communication. And also, if you have already put out your thoughts and your feelings, Virgo, then it is time to wait and let that come to you. And on top of that, look at that. We have the nourishment card, which is also another waxing crescent. So to me, it's like, you know, we're bringing in a couple waxing crescent cards here, where it's like the energy is really building. And of course, because look at the beautiful imagery of this card, this is reminding you, take time to feed yourself, be good to yourself, Virgo, because you're often very good to everyone else. You take care of everyone else. This is a strong reminder to take care of yourself. We have, you know, all the good food, all the natural, you know, produce, and Virgo, you do rule those healthful foods. You are an agriculture sign, so take good care of yourself. Don't forget to take care of your own body as you take care of everyone else's. So going into the immediate future, after this full moon, you know, concludes, we have the meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces energy. Pisces is the opposite sign from you, Virgo. So to me, this is a balancing as well between, you know, your own logical, practical energy and the more spiritual, intuitive side of yourself, which is reflected in that Pisces energy. So definitely time. It's like, this is really showing me that there's, you know, a need for breaks in the action. It's like you're working very hard, a lot of you right now. So it's like you really have to take downtime significantly to restore yourself in between. And on top of that, you know, meditate and contemplate. We have that waning crescent, which is the pleasure card, which to me, you know, those butterflies are flying around here. There is a lot of transformation in this as well. And it's also just the pleasure of, you know, releasing, of, you know, resting, of giving yourself time to restore yourself to wholeness. So let's move Mr. Dragon over here and let's get into the tarot. We're going to pull up some advice and deepen these messages for you. Yes, and oh, Virgo, wow. So yeah, in this immediate past, absolutely, here we have that Nine of Swords. So a lot of you, you know, this has been a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, dark night of the soul kind of stuff. And this isn't just you feeling your own worries or thoughts. This is you kind of tapping into the mass consciousness as well, because, you know, a lot of people are feeling, you know, just that stress, that anxiety. And so, you know, you're feeling very intuitive right now. So it's a time to really definitely give yourself a break, give yourself some time out to heal and recuperate, because you are feeling a lot of things on many levels, both intellectually and emotionally. And look at that, 10 of Swords coming up on top of that. So the 9 and the 10. So Pisces, I was about to call you Pisces. Virgo, for a lot of you, you are tapping into that Pisces. Whenever I slip up like that, I'm always like, yep, y'all are feeling this. It's like you're really sensitive. To me, you know, Virgo, you are the most sensitive earth sign, so it definitely is not lost on you. You are absolutely feeling that energy. The good thing is, though, that 10 of Swords tells me that that is a culmination, the 9 to the 10 being the last number in the cycle. You know, so a lot of that is coming full circle. A lot of it's going to be released as we step into this Libra full moon energy, which is really great. Right now, in the present energy, we have this Queen of Cups. So you are absolutely very strong emotionally, very empathic, very intuitive, very giving. You have just a deep, deep wellspring of empathy and, you know, generosity to others. You're not showing every bit of what you're feeling right now. Notice how the cup is closed for the Queen of Cups. She's very aligned with Scorpio, also Cancer and Pisces, but mostly Scorpio, and that's because she has that depth, that very strong depth of emotion. She has a very strong connection to psychology and understanding the deeper, you know, messages and meanings of life as well. So Virgo, if you do any sort of counseling, or you know, maybe end up feeling like a counselor, even if that's not technically your profession, you know, that's coming through and saying that, yes, you have this very, very wise, deep emotional strength. And look at that, Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords. It just doesn't get more perfectly balanced than that. I mean, this is all about the rational, practical side of yourself, that cooler exterior, you know, with that Queen of Swords, but also that deep emotional side. So you may not be showing everybody that deep emotional side of yourself right now. You may be acting very pragmatic, very diplomatic, you know, good communicator, but, you know, really just sticking to the facts and, you know, the more logical side. Because to be honest right now, you are very emotional, and a lot of you, there's kind of, I'm getting this message that there's this feeling that if you start letting the emotions out, it's like you just won't stop crying. It's like that will just, it's like the dam will break and the tears will just come and come and come. So right now, it's like you have to channel that intuition and that care and compassion through a more rational, cool kind of nature, and, you know, channel it out that way so that it doesn't just emotionally overwhelm you. So going into the immediate future, we do have the Temperance card. Interestingly to me, Temperance is a Sagittarius card, but I always have felt a Virgo alignment with this, probably because of that image, you know, of the angel. It reminds me of Virgo, you know, the white robe, the kind of the image of the maiden, right? But this is a balancing card as well. Look at that. 1 foot in the water of emotion, 1 foot on the earth of the steadfast grounding. So, you know, this again comes into a place where I think it's going to get easier for you to balance those two sides of yourself. That's what it really is telling me. And because it is Sagittarius energy, this is good luck. This is better fortune. This is better days coming. You know, this energy isn't going to stay this difficult forever for you. Oh my goodness, that one flipped out. And there you go. We have the Fool card coming out on top of that for you. So definitely the leap of faith, the new beginning, the childlike innocence, and the unexpected kind of wonders coming through there. And on top of it, check out that High Priestess. I pulled that one too. Yeah, and so together, you know, together these are all coming and saying, this is new starts, this is new beginnings. You will be balanced between your logic and your emotion, and you will be tapped into that spiritual wisdom on a much, much higher level. So really loving this energy for you, Virgo. I know some of this has really been tricky and very hard to navigate, but it looks like you're really coming out of, you know, just a major cycle where the difficulties are getting largely left behind. So let's pull an affirmation card for you here. All right. Ooh, and I like this. So this is the goddess Geneva, she who radiates, knowing, ambition, and confidence. So to me, Virgo, this is about you radiating that confidence, you know, that care, that capability, that even if you feel overwhelmed, make sure to take time for yourself. That is very important here. You really do need pockets of downtime where you can really rest and recuperate, because you have so much that people are looking to you for right now. And you are radiating confidence and knowing. And it's like people turn to you because they get the sense that it's like, turn to Virgo, they know the answer. And you're just like, oh man, here they come again. But that's what you've got to be ready for. And even look on the bottom of the tarot, we have that Ace of Wands. So it's like, oh, and then on the other one we have the Chariot. So you are in a very, very strong position where everybody wants to talk to you. So Virgo, make sure you get your rest, take good care of yourself, because you are in a position where people are really looking to your knowledge and wisdom right now. So have a beautiful full moon, guys. I will see you very soon. Take care.